Musgraves here, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First, guys. I got a special guest here, but before I introduce him, guys, his name is Matt Warner. But before I introduce him, I want to let you guys know I'm always giving a pressure washing guidebook away. If you join the PWNA, they're going to give you a subscription to Cleaner Times. And I'm also giving this $200 cookbook away on Tech Tuesday next week, Tech Tuesday. All you got to do is participate in this video. If you guys got some questions right now for Matt, once we get going and you got some questions, we're going to answer them here live for you. Without further ado, I'm going to let Matt from Salesman, he's going to introduce himself and give you an idea of what he does. But don't forget, he's coming to the TChem event to speak also on 7/20 and 21, nationalcleaningexpo.com. Register for the free event. It's going to be one heck of an event. What's going on today, Matt?
Well, not too much. Thanks, Ron, for having me on. I just wanted to come on a little bit and talk a little bit about who I am and what I'm passionate about and what we have to offer. So, first of all, I'm Matt Warner. I'm in Waverly, Nebraska, just right between Lincoln and Omaha. We have a fencing netting business that's thriving. We're over 80 employees now, and we're running trucks all over the country, building commercial fences and doing that. But we also helping my nephew and his friends start a pressure washing business. And actually, I just sent them out. They're out in North Carolina this week, working for free, trying to learn and get an education on pressure washing and soft washing and what the offer.
We lost Matt, but here he is back again.
All right, I think I'm back. Can you hear me,
You're
Ron?
back. You're back. I don't know why you keep going out there, but
I don't know. I'm not
bring
touching
it in again.
I'm not touching a thing. And but anyhow, so I sent my nephew and his friend out there. They're going to start a business, and I'm going to coach them along. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have about 6 or 7 companies of my own, and I just love business. And I'm also very passionate about culture. So when I go out there to the TChem event, I'm going to talk a little bit about culture and just what happens in a business as it grows and how to take good care of your people. I believe that the people are our most important asset that we have in business. So with that being said, I'm still trying to learn a little bit about the washing industry. So I'm excited to learn more and help my nephew and his friend grow a business. We're literally starting it from scratch. They have nothing. I'm coaching them along. We're gonna get a business and get incorporated, and then we're gonna get them a truck, and we're going to help them get started a little bit, and they're going to see if they can grow a business. I think it's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, that's awesome. They coming out to the event?
I believe they're going to come out to the event, but right now they're out there with Brad, and he found some guys in North Carolina to put them to work with. So they're out there just helping do a project. I think today they said they washed some houses. Yesterday they were at an airport. The day before, they've been out there all week, and they just sent me a text. And my nephew, he said, "Oh, Uncle Matt, I'm learning a ton out here, and I can't wait to get back and tell you about what it is, because I don't know anything about the pressure washing industry. So I'm excited to learn and grow this business and see what we can do."
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I don't want to call it an app because you already informed me it's not an app. You primarily are also in your own industry. You have an app that works for, not an app, you have a program that works for basically vetting a customer. A customer or a contractor can go on your module, type in all the credentials that are required. I'm assuming the linear foot of fence, the type of fence they want, and then it gives them a quote. And I love the way you said it'll vet the customer, because if the customer goes in and does it without having to talk to anybody and says, "Honey, this is way too much money," they don't waste any of your time.
Or we don't want to waste any time.
Or they say, "Honey, let's call these guys and let's get this thing scheduled."
Exactly.
You know what?
That's the key.
That is a great thing. And because in today's world, everybody, right? They want to go, the woman wants to fly down the freeway, and I'm not trying to be sexist, guys, but she's flying down the freeway 90 miles an hour. She's putting on her mascara. She's on Google, and she's like, "Fence, I need a fence." And boom, your app shows up. She goes, "Wow, I can just get an estimate right here." And they want to make it that easy, because everybody, it has to be that easy or people don't want to buy anymore, right?
It really does make the process easy, and it just doesn't waste any time. Listen, I know that it costs time to go to somebody's house for them to say, "Oh, I didn't think it cost that much." And if you're trying to make $150 to $200 an hour while you're out there with your machine and you're working, why would you want to go waste any time? So what we've done is we've tried to, in the fence industry, we have become the industry leader in saving time and getting rid of tire kickers. We just don't want any tire kickers. In the pressure washing world, and we also do decks. So we can do square footage, square area. So it's just a ballpark. We don't even allow it to have one number. It'll say from $1,000 to $1,500. But that way, at least your customer knows it's about that much. We don't want to give an exact. We want to be able to make sure we look at the project and give a good quote. We want to be a responsible contractor, but we just don't want to waste any time. If you're not willing to spend $1,000, we're not willing to come give you a price. So that's kind of what it's all about. But while I'm out there, I also want to talk about what I've learned. I'm a student of business and a student of culture and what it takes in today's world to grow a business and to keep people thriving and to inspire people instead of just driving people.
Absolutely. It's always a good thing, right? I mean, now everybody's got to grow, and I don't think people realize that a lot, do they? They don't understand that you got to have growth. You got to have growth.
You got to have
guys,
growth, you got to set a standard.
I just updated that crawler, guys, and we've got Matt's mysalesman.com in there, guys. I have not. I'm going to be really honest with you. I wish I had time to go on there and check this thing out before we got on there, so I wouldn't have called it an app. I've got Matt's website there, and you guys can go test it yourself. I'm sure go get your own fence estimate. I'm sure Matt's not going to care. Are you, Matt?
No, I love it. So here's the important thing too, is that we give you a link. We brand this thing so it looks like your link. It sits on your website. You can drive people to your website. So if you're out working, people can go there. You can leave a message on your voicemail so people can go to it. And what it does is it also captures all their information so you can get them called back. But it's just a time saver. And the new pressure washing My Salesman app or application will not be done until next week. So right now we are adding arc lines. We're making the surface area a little bit better so you can draw in an area so the customer can highlight their patio or their roof or whatever it is so we can get the square footage. So we're still working on a little bit of that behind the scenes. But go on to mysalesman.com, click the demo, try it and see what you think. And it works really well for a fence. We're making it right now work really well for sidewalks and patios and decks.
Here's a guy right here. Greg Tatum does pavers. Greg, it would be so easy to do pavers, man. You might want to get together with Matt, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you get together with Matt and do something with pavers, man, what a crazy thing. What a crazy thing that would be. Okay. Can you make My Salesman pressure washer friendly like you did for the fence and staining? Responsibid can add it into My Salesman. There you go. Now he's wanting you to join Responsibid. Everybody wants to join Responsibid. If you're not familiar with Responsibid, it's an app for our industry that never sleeps. She works all night. I don't know why he calls her her, but I don't know. Everybody electronics got to be, every time we always have to make something, it's got to be her. Yeah. But she works all night. She never sleeps, and she takes estimates all night, and that's called Responsibid. It's kind of like, it started off as our window cleaning world app. Now they've moved into the pressure washing industry as well.
I'm gonna write that down.
And Responsibid.com. And what's the gentleman's name? I know Mr. Fidano will tell me who it is. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I should, because he lives right by me. He lives literally like within 2 miles of me.
We could take all the information that the customer fills out, and you could funnel it right into Responsibid. We just opened it up for job
this is Greg Tatum, the paver guy. Wish I had an uncle like you.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what.
He doesn't want to pay for your services, but he wish he had.
Well, I do like helping out my family and my friends, and I'm trying to help him learn how to grow a business. Plus, I think it'll be fun to track their progress.
Is there a number that I can put on there that's safe if these guys want to reach out to you, Matt? Is there a number?
Yes. Let me get it.
I'll just put it out there that because I know Greg wants it. Well,
Hang on.
Greg, go to the site right now and check it out. I have not yet to check it out. I want to check it out. I love all the bidding apps. I was trying to show Matt my own for my own personal use.
Yeah, if you go to mysalesman.com and you can literally click on the demo. Now that's for the fence side. We're building the pressure washing side so we can measure the roofs and we can measure sidewalks and stuff. So, and it's not a bid estimating tool at all. It's just for the homeowner to get an idea of what it costs so you don't say, well, Mrs. Jones, that's $1,000. And she said, well, I have no idea it costs that much. I can't afford it. You just don't want to waste any time.
Oh no, I'm going to tell you right now. I do a whole presentation about this very thing, about how you have to make the buying experience. You have to make it like this. If the buying experience, hey, let me ask you this question, Matt. You bought in a car before, right?
Yes, sir.
We do not want to create that buying experience, do we?
No.
Not in today's world. I can't even believe they exist anymore. Do you? I mean, do you
I
really?
can't. I can't.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Well, hey, Matt, I told you. Matt was a little apprehensive because I came on a little strong with him. I think he took my excitement as a negative. He said that I didn't make him feel smart. And I was like, no, man, I'm just get excited about this stuff. Now you kind of understand where I am because, that buying experience at the car dealership, everybody knows it's atrocious. They beat you down. You want your keys and you want to get out of there because you're hungry. I mean, they now you're not, because these super dealerships now have restaurants in them. But
but I'll tell you what, that's why Carvana is so popular, right? Because so many people don't want to deal with it. I will tell you, I don't even go to my dealers. So we have 31 pickup trucks. I don't even go to the dealership. I call him. I say, I'll take this truck. He knows the price I want to pay, and he brings all the paperwork to me. And that's the way I buy cars.
Shoot me that number again, Matt. Shoot me that number again, Matt.
Hold on here. Let me get it from Rachel.
We're going to type the number up, guys.
Hold on here. I don't even know
that great. One of my guys here coming on strong. Yeah, I came on a little strong, but I get excited. When I talk to other salespeople, and everybody knows this, it's going to be a good show. I know it because you can talk sales. Right. I mean, there's nothing better in the industry. I mean, guys want to talk technical. Guys want to talk how to wash. But I'd rather talk about sales, marketing. I mean, that's just stuff's just so much more fun. Just so much more fun.
Yeah, I love talking business. That's my passion. There's so many different ways to skin a cat. Rachel, what number do you want me to give Ron? Yeah, I've got him live on this interview. What number do you want me to give him?
We're just gonna go ahead and put it right out there. So
to call to talk to somebody about My Salesman. Hang on, I'm getting her office number.
All right,
normally awesome. I used to give out her cell phone number, but she's so dang busy.
Oh, come on. We get her cell number. We'll say text only.
No kidding, right? But honestly, if you go to that My Salesman, you put in your information in there, the girls will call you back because they're Johnny on the spot. Is there any guys out here in the pressure washing world that knows the fencing world?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of Caleb's guys. We got a lot of the Wizards guys following us. There'll be a lot of guys seeing this. Good. Matter of fact, it'll be in both their groups. So there'll be a lot of fencing guys. I'm sure you're looking for somebody that has used your app, and I'm sure there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah,
a lot of them out there, especially if you know Caleb, if you know Everett Abrams, and I don't know if you know Everett, but he's somebody you need to get to know if you don't know him. Really big in wood. More decks and log homes, but obviously, everybody that does that stuff's there's fences out there. Everybody has a fence.
Right. Hey, so our number to our office to talk to our girls, if you want to talk to them about it, it's 402-260-5185. If you call that number, you'll be able to get a hold of Rachel or Kelsey. They will hook you up and give you a demo, but we're going to try to get this thing all the buttons right now. We're figuring out how to make an arc with the drawing tool, which has given us.
We lost him again, guys. That is a bummer. Hopefully we get him back. Hopefully he comes back in. There he is. He came right back in. Let's get him back in. I don't know. I've never had it happen with anybody before.
Oh,
Never,
boy.
ever.
Of course.
I'm gonna keep this off because you were doing better when I didn't have the banners up there. So Matt, somebody just asked, Greg asked, how do I get a hold of mysalesman.com? And there you are, your number's right up there now. Now they got your number right there on the feed. There it is, your 402-260-5185. Hopefully we got that right. You can tell me if we did or didn't.
Yep. 260-5185. And hey, here's the thing too, is we really are trying to make this slick and user friendly for the customer. So we're still in production. I'm hoping to have it 100% done by the show, so we can debut it. But if not, it'll be like the week after. But we're going to have an opportunity for everybody to understand what My Salesman's going to do. And hopefully we can just save people time. That's our goal.
Save everybody time. That's the goal, right?
Right. So
Yeah,
it's a great industry. And I'll tell you what, now that I've been watching it for my nephew and his friend, I'm really learning a lot. And you know what? It's a very friendly industry. Everybody seems to be so nice.
Well, there are the nice guys, and then there's always rotten apples in every industry. So don't think that it's all peaches and roses out there, because there's a lot of guys out there that are. Oh man, I can't believe we lost him again. Hey guys, if Matt comes back in, we're gonna wrap it up. If you guys got any questions for Matt, any questions at all, we got him back in. This is gonna be it. Go ahead and ask a few questions, guys, if you got them. How you doing, Pete? I want to tell you guys again, don't forget, on the July 20th and 21st, Matt will be at the TChem event. It's a completely free event. He's going to be giving a presentation. He's a serial entrepreneur, so he really wants to talk to guys. He loves growing. PWNA is giving, with their subscription or with their membership, a subscription to Cleaner Times. Tuesday night next week, make sure you log in to win this thing on Talk to the Tech Tuesday. And guys, we're going to give away a $200 F9 cookbook. Anybody that asks a really good question tonight, inbox me and you can have the chemical of your choice if you got a good question. We're going to cut this interview off. I told Matt we're going to do it short. We're going to do it in 20 minutes. We're about 18 minutes right now. So guys, if you got some questions, now's time to ask them, and also inbox me for some chemicals. And then somebody said, hi, Matt. I'm assuming it's a fan, but we don't know who they are because they're anonymous. Hopefully, if they're watching, maybe they can tell us who they are. Pete Carspetti, I can't ever pronounce his name, said, hey, he's outside of Chicago, Illinois.
Cool.
He's watching us. Obviously, Greg, Chris Albright right here. I think I put his comment up. We shouldn't be complacent with not growing.
I agree.
Always great advice. Always great advice. Just ask some questions, guys. Here Greg's asking you to PM him. I will shoot him. I'll shoot him your information after.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll shoot him your information there, and you can get a hold of him. He don't want to call your office. He wants to talk to you, Matt.
All right, let's do it. Woo!
And Pete just got off work. So Pete, how would you like that? How would you like to have an app that you could do a bidding on and vet customers? People don't realize that how important that is, man. What a time saver that is. What are you guesstimating? I got a question. What's your guesstimate on lowering the acquisition cost, like a percentage wise? Let's say if every acquisition costs you $36, what do you think it would lower it from doing it the old school way versus the new school way? No idea.
Golly. I figure, I wouldn't even want to put a good guess to it, because it's where you value, where do you value your time? How do you put your inputs on figuring that out? I will tell you this, we do not go see anybody until they've went through our software, mostly because we feel like if you've gone through there and you understand about what it's going to cost, we have a fighting chance of getting you off the market quickly because we're good at what we do. in the pressure washing industry, I would think that's got to be the same thing, right?
Absolutely. And like you just said, time is money. And if there's something out there that could vet that customer for you, I mean, I guess this would be the old school method of not using the app, but really, who's talking? Here's the funniest thing. I told you on the phone call before you got on, I said email is dead. Okay.
Sure.
I mean, email is dead. Now I'll show you why I know it's dead. Here's my inbox to my email, Matt. I just want to show it to you. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's 89,000. Okay.
Oh my
I got
goodness.
89,000 emails on that thing. There's no way I don't even want to mess with email. But here's the funny thing. I'll show you the old school way we used to vet. And I didn't even do anything there, Matt, and we lost you. But I was about ready to show you the old school way we used to vet. Here's how we used to vet them. Yes, you need a house wash. How much? $850. Oh, that's too high? Okay, thank you. I mean, that's the way we used to vet them, right?
Right.
That's not even the vetting process anymore because, guys, nobody even talks on the phone anymore. When I said email was dead, the phone is dead. Nobody talks on the phone. The way that would go now is it would be an MMS message, and you would say, oh, you want a house wash? Give me your address. They would give you the address over the text message. You would go on to Google, look at the house, and give them the price. And they would either say, do you want to schedule or don't you? Okay. Right. And that's what that's 100%.
Essentially, that's what we do, but we leave it on a link so your customer can do it on their own. So they are marking up what they want. So I'm even taking more out of it where you don't even have to talk to them until they're ready to actually sign the contract. A lot of people have come to me and they're like, Matt.
Manny keeps dropping off there. I got a good question though here. Craig's, this is why we nearly dropped our residential side. Too much time spent on tickets compared to commercial. Right. Because you're right, Craig. And as soon as I get Matt back in here, you're absolutely right. We know the commercial people, all you do is give them a proposal. It's either they accept the proposal or they don't accept the proposal. There's usually not a lot of BS going on. You know what I mean? Right. And that's the difference between the residential side of the contractor. We all know, Mr. McGullicuddy, hey, I can't make that decision until my husband comes home and we talk. All that stuff has got to go on. Well, with the app, they can talk, or with salesmen, they can talk about that while they're behind whatever device they're looking in on and make that decision. And they've made that decision, and that's the killer thing, before they even called you. And then that way, the chances of closing them at that point are
through the roof, right?
High. Yeah.
And that's the whole idea. And it's just, it's something built that sits on your website that's working for you all the time.
Matt, can you see the questions? Because I do not want to click on another question and lose you again.
This is why we nearly completely dropped out of residential side. Too much time spent on road tickets.
We answered that one. Can you read the other questions now on the other side?
Yeah.
There's a couple of good questions.
I always look up the house online first. Gas is killing guys. Jeff at Pavers protects charges.
There's another reason.
Yes.
Are you ready for I love this one. Well, can you come out and give me an estimate, ma'am? No. You want the price, you want the cost of house washing to go through the roof. If you just go onto my app, you could save a lot of money.
Right. Right.
If you want me to come out and do it, if you want me to come out and do an estimate, we're gonna have to put that in the estimate. It's gonna cost more money. I mean, and that is exactly one of the reasons that technology is beating everybody. I mean, beating everybody. Yeah. Here's another thing, Matt. Like, this is pre our conversation, but some of these listeners will relate to this because they know. There is no reason, okay, Matt, and I'm going to give you something. Where do you like to eat that's a chain restaurant? I'm not embarrassing you. Do you like Olive Garden? Do you like Texas Roadhouse? Do you like Chick-fil-A? Perfect example. God's Chicken. If a guy gives me 50 Chick-fil-A's and tells me he wants a price, do I need to go out and look at 50 Chick-fil-A's?
No.
No, they all look the same. The only difference is that some used to have a single drive-through. Now they all have a double drive-through.
Right.
There's not one that doesn't have a. I mean, and they're within a few hundred square feet of each other, so there is absolutely no reason to go out and give somebody a price on, go out and look at 50 Chick-fil-A's to tell them what they're all going to be $700 a piece. I mean, that's what it's going to be, and
I
that's why
agree.
it was a statement made by one of the guys there, and it's exactly why you use an app. And I mean, I'm a big commercial guy. All these guys out here that are watching us know it. Matt's doing this because he's helping his kids. And obviously it's one of his talents I love using the word serial entrepreneur, but you used it. So I'm going to go with it. Some people don't like that, man. Just so it's like it's okay, but it's a lot of fun. He's out there trying to help his kids. They're right now in North Carolina, I guess, learning the basic sides of the things. Where'd you say you were located again?
Waverly, Nebraska.
Nebraska. He's in Nebraska. So you're I didn't know you were a corn boy. Did you graduate from Nebraska or anything like that?
I went to school for one semester and quickly learned that college was not for me. And so I worked on the farm till I was 29, and then I went in the workforce. I started my own business in 2009, and we've grown very nicely.
What's the other where's that near in Nebraska?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
That's near Lincoln. Okay.
We're right between Lincoln and Omaha. So those are the two
Okay.
markets that we can pick from for work.
Yeah, I've been through there. I've been through there many a times. What's it called? Port Flats or North Platte?
North Platte's about 3 hours west.
I drove through North Platte one time, and I ruined my transmission on my minivan because the highway was, I don't know, had about that much water in it.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, I never seen anything like it. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and next thing you know, I come up and I'm on a highway, and they're making us go through this. It's not like in Arizona, you do not go through a road that has water on it. You know what I'm saying? But apparently in Nebraska, you're not going to drown because it's only 16 inches deep and there was no current. It was just a flood. So they're having us go through it. But unfortunately, I was in a minivan, so I destroyed the transmission in this minivan. Apparently the transmission was too hot driving, 90 miles an hour, and then come up on this place where I had to roll through the water. Like I think it was like a quarter of a mile, man. I thought we were like, oh my gosh, we're gonna flood the minivan, but it didn't flood the minivan, just destroyed the transmission.
Right.
But yeah, I destroyed it there, and then I got a little bit of history in Omaha because I had a buddy that was there, and then of course the World Series, College World Series is there, so I've got some experience there. Doing some tournaments in my younger years playing ball, but it's a great place. Then AWAC is there, right? The people don't know that the military runs all the reconnaissance out of Omaha, Nebraska. So you'll be one of the first people that get hit by Putin if that does happen. I'm sorry, Matt, but
it's okay. I'll take it for you.
Don't worry, so probably technology and our nuke facilities here will probably be on number 2 or 3 on that list.
Well, I love this, Ron. I appreciate you taking time to let me come on and talk, and I can't wait to talk shop.
I knew you would, and we'll be there. And by the way, you're going to be live at the TChem event. I don't know if you know that or not, but you'll be broadcast live on the channels, and you'll be
all right.
So hundreds of guys are going to see this stuff. I've had this time of the day is not a very good viewership. A lot of times guys see these videos, they'll see them, at 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight, because some guys are still working right now on the East Coast.
Right.
They're just getting off. They're in their shops and stuff. We're getting ready to go home. It's 3 o'clock here where I'm at, 3:30, and it's what, 4:30 by you right now?
Yeah, it's 5:30.
It's 5:30 by you, yeah. So I mean, East Coast is 6:30. So some of these guys now start watching this as they get off to work. So if I go live at 6 p.m. my time, the video blows off the hook. If I go earlier than that, it takes a while to get a lot of views. But it'll eventually.
I think it's great. I'm just happy to learn more about the pressure washing industry, and I think our software is going to work really well for guys on their website. It's something that can sit there, and it's not that it works for everything. And somebody had said earlier, sometimes you just have to go look at a job, and that's fine too. I encourage people to do. I'm not telling people not to go look at jobs. What our product is doing is trying to let people know how much about what it costs before you get there, just so you know that they can at least afford it. So I'm super excited. It's a Bronco fan, huh? Or Chiefs. I am a Bears fan because I was born in Chicago and adopted in Nebraska by a farm family. So I have been cheering for the Bears.
What part of Chicago were you born? I was born in Blue Island.
I was born in downtown Chicago, and I lived 1 block from Wrigley Field. And then the stork took me away and dropped me off in Nebraska, and a farm family adopted me, and I've been here ever since.
Nice. Well, I knew we had some kind of connection.
Yeah,
so
I love
I'm from the South Side. You're right there from Central. Pete there is from the South, one of the South West suburbs. He's quite a ways outside of Chicago, but he's been there all of his life. But you go back to Chicago ever even to visit?
Oh yeah, I have 2 half brothers that live there, and I go see them once in a while. And plus, I love to go back and get me some Portillo's. That's one of my favorite places to eat. So big old beef and cheese croissant. Oof, that's just good
I don't
stuff.
have to go anywhere for Portillo's. It's just a couple blocks away. There's 3 or 4 of them here in Phoenix.
Well, I'm gonna head down. I'll be right down. I love that.
Oh my gosh, Craig, you didn't tell me you were from Hammond, that cesspool. Oh my goodness. The armpit of America.
Hammond.
Right there. Hammond, Gary, East Chicago, South Chicago.
Yeah. Gary,
what the heck
Indiana.
was it? What part of Michigan? Benton Harbor. Oh my gosh. That's
Right.
some of the if people think South Chicago is bad, there's some rough stuff right there, man. Rough stuff.
That's awesome.
He got to Texas as fast as he could, he says.
That's funny.
Hey man, it's a nice place to visit. That's it.
It is.
No, a nice place to be from. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, I don't like going there.
Only time I ever go back, man, it's terrible, but I only go back for like weddings, and we all know the other one you go back for that you don't want to go back to. So Ron Musgraves, everyone can hear Matt story on a podcast, technician. Well, post the link. I wonder if that's Nikki. I can't see who it is.
I don't know who it is. It doesn't say. It just says Facebook user.
It might be Nikki. So, anyways, let's get that posted up.
Ron, I am super excited about this event. I'm excited about my nephew. He's getting in the industry, and I want to watch him grow. I've been very fortunate. Our business has grown like crazy, so I'm ready to help other people do the same thing.
Let's do it, man. Guys, I want to wrap this up. There's been some great questions. If you were live on the video, guys, and you asked a question and you want to get a gallon chemical, any chemical, just inbox me on Messenger, man. Just inbox me there and we'll make it happen, guys. 1 gallon completely for free. If you are interested in a guidebook, message me, and I'm going to give 2 away of those tonight. So the first two guys that inbox me on that are going to win a guidebook, guys. We're looking forward to this. We're going to see Matt and his stuff out there at the TChem event, July 20th, 21st. It's free, guys. Go to nationalcleaningexpo.com and, guys, get registered for the event. It's going to be a wild event. Here we go, Matt. We went 33 minutes. You didn't think we'd make it 20. We went 33 minutes. We made it. Anything in closing, Matt, you want to tell these guys?
No, I'm just super excited to jump into this industry, and I'm going to watch my nephew grow in it, and I can't wait to meet all of you guys out in North Carolina. I'm excited about learning more, and I'm excited to try to help people grow their business. So it's all good. Thank you, Ron, for having me on. I appreciate this, and look forward to seeing you all soon.
Thanks for coming on, Matt. Guys, Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute. Contractors first. Get to the TChem event. It's free, 7/20/21, guys.